The script. Interpreting the basic structures of the astrological symbols, the glyphs, meanings. The astrological symbols of the planets and the zodiac signs are symbolized by four basic forms: the cross, the circle, the semicircle, and the arrow. By four basic forms: the cross, the circle, the semicircle, and the arrow. Interpreting the basic structures of the astrological symbols, the glyphs, meanings. The cross. The cross represents matter, form, things of the earth, the desire. It is the symbol of the wheel of birth, life, death, and rebirth. This is the wheel which we must learn to rise above, as it represents basic desires. The key word for the cross is body. The circle. The circle represents spirit. It is that which all things are and are not. That is, everything outside of the circle is potential circle. All things within the circle are potential life. The circle itself represents manifestation. The circle. The circle represents spirit. It is that which all things are and are not. That is, everything outside of the circle is potential circle. All things within the circle are potential life. The circle itself represents manifestation. So all things are represented by the circle. The circle is simply spirit, and spirit is that force which gives life to everything. Spirit is the divine thought of which everything is a part. The semicircle represents and symbolizes the thinking of the mind. It is the ability to think, communicate, remember, and reason. It can also be thought of as a bowl, which holds all past life and present life experiences. The flow here is that the spirit gives life to the body, and the mind communicates ideas of the spirit to the body. Here, with reference to the semicircle symbol, means the connection of the spirit communicating to the body, mind, and brain. The semicircle represents a receiving container that interprets the brain's mechanized components, which contains thought memories and reasoning, such as a bowl holds water. There are two distinct types of memory: motor skill memory and factual memory. There are three levels of memory: immediate memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. There are four different types of remembering: recollection, recall, recognition, and relearning. This semicircle symbol is designed with the capacity for storing information of the spirit to the body, the receiver container. The arrow. The arrow represents and symbolizes potential energy. The kinetic energy of an arrow is the energy that it possesses due to its motion. It is defined as the work needed to accelerate a body of a given mass from rest to its stated velocity, and is the rate of change of the position of an object, equivalent to a specification of its speed and direction of motion, having gained this energy during its acceleration. The arrow body maintains this kinetic energy unless its speed changes. The same amount of work is done by the arrow's body in decelerating from its current speed to a rate of rest or state of rest. Kinetic energy is represented as operators, motion, and is a change in position of an object with respect to time and its reference point. Motion is typically described in terms of displacement, direction, velocity, acceleration, and time. Motion is observed by attaching a frame of reference to a body and measuring its change in position relative to that frame. If the position of a body is not changing with the time with respect to a given frame of reference, the body is said to be at rest, motionless, immobile, stationary. or to have constant time momentum. Momentum is a quantity which is used for measuring motion of an object. When the symbol arrow is released, the action of the motion is capable of being, not yet in existence. This means having potential and is related to the motion of something. That's kinetic energy. The astrological symbols of the planets and the zodiac signs are symbolized by 4 basic forms: the cross, the circle, the semicircle, and the arrow. By 4 basic forms: the cross, the circle, the semicircle, and the arrow. Interpreting the basic structures of the astrological symbols, the glyphs' meanings.
And hello and welcome to AstroPrep Future Keys Productions. Today's subject gives reference to the 12 zodiac signs of the planet's Earth's seasonal system. In viewing the signs and planets, keywords are given to aid in their understanding. You should know that each of the 12 seasonal zodiac signs and planets are placed on each of the 12 house cusps within your natal chart. Also, please note that the planets and zodiac seasonal signs are placed within these 12 house departments of life and are somewhere in your natal chart. The more knowledge you have of the keywords and meanings of the planets and the signs, the greater your ability to interpret your own personal natal birth chart. This is your cosmic guide, ericlesassiersr. Thank you, and please stay tuned.
Interpreting the basic structures of the astrological symbols, the glyphs' meanings. The astrological symbols of the planets and the zodiac signs are symbolized by 4 basic forms: the cross, the circle, the semicircle, and the arrow. By 4 basic forms: the cross, the circle, the semicircle, and the arrow.